Really, really important are the reports to parents, because at the end of class, they don't want to hear what went wrong. So feelings are super, super important. So if you went to pick up one of your children, or say it was even your puppy that somebody watched, and all they told you was what went wrong and how they didn't listen and how they were difficult for them, that would make you feel terrible. So we really want to refrain from telling them those things that are just negative. We do want to tell them what they can improve upon. Some of the things that hurt feelings are, we only move them up because the class was so full and they're the oldest. So that can hurt someone's feelings if you're saying that to a kid's parents. So make sure it's not about what's good for us, but what's good for them. He's past the age to move up, but he does not listen, so we don't want to move him up. Again, something negative about him. Your two kids misbehaved during all of parents' night out, and they're such a handful. That gave a negative feeling for, oh gosh, I don't really want to drop my kids off at parents' night out again, because they're just too difficult to deal with for the staff there at the gym. Things that undermine our professionalism are also really important. We want to make sure that we don't report what another teacher said or did that you disagree with to the parent. You need to go right to that coach or person who you disagree with and talk to them about it, and not do it to the parent. That undermines our credibility and professionalism. And also talking negatively about another teacher or program, that's really important not to do as well. We want to make sure we're building up the other programs. If there is an issue, let's go talk to that program leader about that. Thanks. Please mix it up, make it different. When you come in, do a different warm-up, not the same thing every single day. Try to make something unique and different. When you're doing stations, time them. Call out how much time is left so they want to hustle and try to keep on working. Timing things so they know there's an end in sight is also important for keeping kids moving. Tiring things also need to be mixed up with easier things. You don't want a minute of kid trying to hold a chin hold. So you want to say, hold 5 seconds, then do a 5-second plank hold, or lay down on the floor and do some leg lifts, like it says in the meeting notes. So try to mix it up instead of saying, just stay on it, keep trying your chin hold, because they're not going to do that for a minute. Don't put everyone on the same strength at once and sit and time it. So you have 20 people, okay, everybody, hollow hold, and we're just all watching that. It's not good mentally, it's not good physically, because they start to cheat it. I would like to do something that's a little more unique, like rounds of conditioning. Do a 30-second hold, then go to this, then go to that. Do timed rotations. There's a seconds app that goes from thing to thing, so you don't have to sit there and rely on you timing it or forgetting to time. Try it out yourself. If that conditioning is boring, don't do it. Change it up. Make sure it's something that's a little more, it's not quite entertaining, but it's not as boring as 1 minute holds, 1 minute of push-ups, 1 minute of leg lifts. That kind of stuff is really hard to do. Frustration, it happens in the classroom, it happens at the gym, something we can't avoid, but we are the professionals and we do not take our frustrations out on any of the athletes or any of the kids that we teach. Refrain from labeling an entire group as lazy, scared, or unmotivated. Please try to work on what you have had them do so that you can try to mix it up and get those kids to change. But just because there's a few in there doesn't mean it's in the entire group. Don't use superlatives. So superlatives is like everyone, all the time. You are always doing this. So try not to use those superlatives. It's really hard because when you're trying to get your point across, you do that, but it's not a good thing to do. Getting angry or fighting with a kid who's showing you an attitude, this is a real challenge. So as soon as you get that eye roll or snotty comment behind your back, it's really hard not to get into that waterfall and fight with that kid. But please try to refrain, because you don't want anything that clouds your feelings and makes you not like a kid. We want to make sure that we're always trying to help every single kid that we coach and not using the attitude as a way to fight them. Use it as a learning opportunity. Bring them over and go, hey, you know how that made me feel? And I think that's a really good thing to do. Also, don't state things negatively. Why can't anybody in this group do this? How come everybody's hitting their feet on the floor? What are they all doing? Why is everybody's legs bent? Instead, say, hey, I can't wait to see someone do X, Y, and Z, and then yell and praise and jump up and down for the kid who does do it. And I guarantee you the rest of the group will be trying harder after that. So excitement and jumping up and down. Try a cheer. Try something unique. And also, just the last thing, the kid who frustrates you the most and is the most challenging, They need the most care and help. So take some extra time for those kids who are frustrating you. Bring them over and talk it through with them. Show them you care about them. It makes a world of difference, and it'll change some of these kids' lives.